we've had, I think, a decent medical discussion. And then we jumped into recreational use. So for those of you who want to convince me that there is a medical benefit to cannabis, don't put the word recreational use when you come and talk to me, because I do not believe in recreational use of marijuana. And I could likewise fill this committee room with first responders, law enforcement officers, and parents of dead children based on the effects of marijuana, of driving intoxicated in child abuse. We already heard today from folks who talked about intoxicants and its role in child fatalities and child abuse. So we need no more recreational drugs in Kentucky. We have been decimated by opioids. We have issues with alcohol. We have issues with diabetes and heart disease from smoking. So now let's talk about the medicine. And let's talk about getting the right folks in the room, university presidents, our board of pharmacy, our board of medicine, and let's talk about a discussion with the FDA about how we can have supported clinical trials in Kentucky. If that's what you want to get at. If not, what we're going to do is we're going to end up with a system that has absolutely no function to be able to say with any kind of reasonable certainty, without going through stage 3 clinical trials, when this might be helpful, in what dose, in what form. And that's what we have to get at. And look, with all due respect, you don't have any FDA-approved clinical trials relative to cannabis. And we ought to make sure that we do not use this as a Trojan horse to legalize recreational use marijuana. So for the folks, look, there are processes to work with the FDA to expedite clinical trials. And if that's where we have not been good at as a country as a whole, then that's what we need to focus on, to see if there is any chance that this could provide relief to people who are suffering. But what we can't do is simply open the floodgates and create a different kind of suffering that Kentucky has already seen over and over again. So we don't, in an effort to get at one person's suffering, we don't want to cause more suffering. We have to focus on the folks who this truly might help. But we have to have the scientific evidence behind it, and we have a long-standing process in this country for determining that, and it's called FDA-approved clinical trials.